You have to normalize celebrating small wins as though they are big ones. If someone commends you on your work, this time around you're going to say, thank you, I did that. It took me a lot of work and I'm proud of myself. The next thing you have to do is the celebration. Yay! So behind it is really just a mindset change. In this video, I'm going to show you why it's important to celebrate your small wins. Hello, my name is Adeze. I film videos on self-help and girl chats from time to time. So if you like this type of content, you can consider subscribing so that we can always catch you. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you hear me talking about progress. People who find themselves checking for progress can easily fall into the loop of being underwhelmed at their performance or putting themselves under pressure, because progress sometimes can start to seem extremely slow. Let me tell you how small wins literally changed my mindset as regards goals. Apart from the fact that small wins make you happy, they are typically what graduates into the big ones that we end up celebrating. But most of the time we neglect those little progress that we make, not knowing that it is exactly what compounds into the celebration that we do for the big milestone. You have to normalize celebrating small wins as though they are big ones, because that small step, that first step in starting your business, the first step in going to the gym, the feeling you get from all that is actually what keeps you going back and keep you consistent at it, and eventually you hit the big one. Those small steps really, they keep you going. You have to treat them as important as you would as if you were getting an applause from a podium or a stage or something. And as always, I'll be simplifying this topic with just 3 pointers that can help you make it a lifestyle. I did a video on goals and I talked about reflection day or days that work for you. You can check that video in the description box. Under itemization, you have to take out time, maybe an hour of the day or a day of the week, or a time of the month where you just reflect on what you are getting good at as regards to the progress you set for yourself. It might not necessarily be a goal that you reflect on. It might just be your day-to-day, how you feel that your life is not exactly wasting away, and the steps that you're taking towards making yourself a better person. It might be as little as celebrating how you've reduced your road rage, how your relationship with your colleague at work has just gotten better, and so on. Some people do their reflecting by journaling. They spend time at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, to share with themselves what they are feeling about themselves. So you can consider journaling. However, the most important thing is that you are actually taking out that time and recognizing that you did that and you're grateful for you. The second step process of this is internalization. It is typically connecting with your inner feelings, your inner world, yourself, taking it in and soaking it in. I'm going to give you a typical example. When someone commends you on your work or the way you look or the way you dress or something, the typical person is going to brush it off and say, oh, that old thing, or it wasn't so difficult to do, and then maybe anybody would have done that. Internalization here is that you're not going to be brushing off any of the progress you make, whether it is in the little things you're doing for yourself or your performance that people can notice. When someone reminds you of how good you're doing and how much progress you're making, this time around you're going to say, thank you, I did that. It took me a lot of work and I'm proud of myself. So just internalizing all this, it takes it a step further from knowing that you're doing it. It is just soaking it in and then improving your morale to go about the next step or the next big thing. So now that you've internalized it, the next thing you have to do is the celebration. Yay! Honestly guys, you have to start celebrating. This is what you do. You're going to start sharing your little wins. What you think might just be a normal thing for you can just be a big deal when you share them. Oh, I just passed this exam. I studied for 3 weeks and I passed it. It looks like, oh, one of those things like your day-to-day life, but to the people around you, it's such a big milestone. We're going to celebrate you. When you share your wins and you see how people celebrate you, you're able to really embrace the small steps that you're taking. I'm not saying that you have to start seeking for approval, but we all know that external validation from people you trust really helps. So share that small win with a friend, your family, or someone close to you. So the first is your reflection, internalizing it, and then celebrating. The principle behind it is really just a mindset change. You're going to eventually find yourself changing your mindset to how slow your progress is, and not feel the need to compare your progress with someone else's, because you know that at your own pace you're doing the very best that you can. If you don't take out time to celebrate these little wins, your mind can easily focus on the negative. Like every other human mind, we naturally tilt towards the negative. It's now our jobs to gradually tilt towards positive by itemizing this and celebrating ourselves. The second principle here is you have to find humor in the things that don't work for you or that stress you, because those little failures are as a result of the actions you're taking, and you taking action is such a big deal because there are people who are taking no action at all. The third one is not exactly a principle, but it's just something that I feel can help. You have to try to make the first activity you do every day be that you lay your bed. Not that you pick up your phone, not that you check your chats or you check your emails, etc. Just lay your bed so that your brain registers that you've actually achieved something and sets you up to a more productive day. I'm not saying if you don't lay your bed you won't be productive, but it helps, okay? Let me know in the comments what little wins you will start celebrating from now on. And if you like this video, you can always catch up on this one right here that YouTube has recommended for you. Thank you for watching. Bye.